Hi, welcome everybody. This is another episode of How to Interact with Taraxa. This time we are going to tackle Hardhat, which is a JavaScript-based smart contract development framework and lifecycle management tool. Last time we were talking about Foundry. Now, probably these are the two most important frameworks that you need to know in order to develop Solidity smart contracts. For the ones who don't know me, I am Elud. I am part of the Taraxa ecosystem team and lead developer of Lara liquidity staking. Now, like Foundry, Hardhat is also helping us to write, manage dependencies, test, deploy, and interact with our smart contracts. And we are going to get started with the official Hardhat boilerplate repository from the Nomic Foundation. Cool. Now, I already prepared a fork for you because I needed to make sure that it had all the specifics for Taraxa, the scope of this presentation. We are going to use the testnet faucet, the official testnet faucet, and Hardhat to deploy an ERC20 token. And then the official Hardhat boilerplate also offers us a very minimalistic front end that we can use to interact with it. So guys, you can see the real power of Taraxa and the settling times. Cool. Now, let's deep dive into it. I already pulled everything here. You guys are going to have a very detailed README, and probably there's no way that you guys can miss anything here. Now, the boilerplate project is based on the contracts, where you can see the ERC20 token that we are going to deploy. Then there is a front-end module that is going to display the basic interactions with it. Then there's a script folder, which is containing a deployment script. And there's a tasks folder that is containing a task that we can run specific to Hardhat to obtain some tokens. Now, Hardhat offers us two very easy ways to interact with the blockchain. The first are the scripts that you can actually customize, and you can run them as a specific set of rules. For example, if you take a look at this deployment script, we are taking the configured signers, then checking the account balance in order to figure out whether we have enough tokens to deploy the smart contract, and then we deploy it. And then, of course, we log the token address. Now, this script also has a little bit of tweak because it also saves the contract address and the token ABI to the front end so that it is able to interact with it. Cool. Now, when it comes to tasks, tasks are unique CLI embeds that Hardhat is generating. So if you're registering a task, you can run these tasks just by the name of it with the Hardhat CLI. In our case, this faucet task is going to send 1 Tera and 100 Hardhat tokens to the receiver that we specify. Cool. Now let's see what we can do. Let's go back to our token contract. Our token contract is simply going to have some balances, a total supply specified to it, a name, symbol. So yeah, it's a minimalistic representation of an ERC20. Now, let's try to deploy it. To deploy it, of course, you will need a configuration file. Inside this Hardhat config, this is basically your source of truth. Here you need to configure your networks, your private keys, your deployment addresses, basically everything. For the simplistic Taraxa use case, we are going to start with specifying the testnet details because the testnet is going to be the one that we are going to use for this demo. You need to specify the RPC URL, the chain ID, the Explorer URL, and the accounts that you need to use. For the sake of simplicity, I am also starting with an address that has no Tera so that you guys can see where do we need to go for tokens. Perfect. All right, let's start with deploying. Now, to deploy, we always need to take a look at our package.json because we might get some commands to actually be able to run things smoother. Now, we already saw that we have a deployment script in the scripts folder. I already fine-tuned the repo so that you can run it with a simple npm command. And if you run npm run deploy, it is going to use the configured private key to fail the deployment. Why? Because our account balance is 0. Now, on the Explorer, we have an official faucet. Now, in this faucet, we just simply need to take our address, request 1 tera, and if you can see this green success message, then you just need to wait a few seconds to receive some tera. There we go. Our tera arrived. So this one has a limit of 1 tera per day. So you can ask for 7 tera ahead of time, but then your IP address and your wallet address are going to be logged for 7 days. So yeah, basically you have a limit of withdrawing 1 tera per day. Okay, let's run the deployment script again, because now we know that we have enough tokens. Cool, there you see, we have 1 tera of balance, and we just need to wait the deployment to actually happen, because Hardhat also checks receipts and also returns us the token address. Now let's see if this token was actually created. Yes. So you can see in our Explorer that on the address info, we have a transaction from our deploy account address to the address of the newly created token, which is a contract creation action. Now, this way we know that everything is fine. Cool. All right, let's try to run our front end. Now, I already have the front end being run here. I just need to restart it. Yeah. Okay. Let's connect our wallet. So as the deployer of the MHT token, we basically got the whole balance of it. Let's see where this one is coming from. Now, when you deploy a smart contract, the constructor is going to be the method that's being called. And we can see that we are assigning to the balance of the message sender the total supply. Therefore, the total supply is getting minted to the deployer of the contract. Now, we already know that this address has some tera. A bit less to 1 tera, but you can see that doesn't even detect the change in gas, because the gas fees on the testnet are so low. And let's make a transfer to dev account number 2. Yeah, and as expected, there's a pop-up coming from MetaMask. We just need to confirm, and then we can see that a transaction is being waited to be minted. Now, if we wait this, then yeah, it is being confirmed. We can check the transfer. There is a new contract call, and as you guys can see, there are some tokens being sent to the next address. Now let's check the balance. We can use either the minimalistic front end to check dev account number 3 or dev account number 2. That should have 123 MHT. Cool. Now, when it comes to tasks, in order to be able to run a task, we should go to an address that has no MHT. Just copy this command, come back here, and just run it. Yeah, so what this was running, it was sending 1 tera and 100 tokens to the specified receiver address, which is the dev wallet number 5 in our case. Now let's check if that one actually got the tokens. Yeah, we can see that we have 200 MHT. This is great. So that's basically it about Hardhat. Besides that, of course, you can run the basic npm run test functions so that you guys can check whether everything is happening as it's supposed to. Of course, Hardhat has integrations with Chai and even Just. So yeah, for the ones who have experience with JavaScript testing, this is going to be very easy to move into. All right, thanks, and see you in the next one.